Good morning. Good morning. It is a rainy Saturday, June 26th. Welcome back to the garden. You know what Saturday means. A quick review, and then to you. I'm still amazed that a pumpkin will trellis. We'll see if it'll hold a pumpkin on the trellis. Now, if you're new to my channel, what we do on Saturdays is we do a quick review, some of the things we've been looking at, and then we go to you and see what you're doing at your house. I guarantee you, my motivation comes from seeing what you're doing. All the other gardeners do the same. Now, I was being clever by getting straw from the feed store that they use for bedding. I was asked a question if I was worried if it had herbicide in it. Well, no. Because it's growing wheat. I've got wheat coming up, but I think I can live with that. Seems like it comes out pretty easy in this deep mulch. You just kind of break it a little bit and it falls right off. Sometimes best laid plans go awry. But the tomatoes look like they're doing okay. We've got everything trellised up. Now the key is to keep them trellised. With our volunteer turmeric, when I harvested right here last year, we just left the leaves laying there. I must have had enough rhizome on there to grow another one. Oh, and another one. And there's another turmeric. So that's 4 that have come up voluntarily in the garden. Okay, in our straw bale experiment, taking off all the old basil, and the new basil's coming on. If we got some bugs that seem to like our new basil. The lettuce is doing fine across the top. We still have carrots that look like they may be doing something. Now, I may really have needed to charge these bales, but I'm not giving up hope on these peppers or that little tomato. But that sucker seems to be thriving really well. And the lettuce is doing tremendous. Now, we planted beets on the other side of that lettuce. I'm not sure what the deal was, but I'm kind of thinking they got eaten by slugs. Now, I don't know if we're supposed to be doing broccoli like this, but after we cut the main flowers out, it's produced flowers like this ever since, and we just keep clipping them off and eating them. All right, the slips we took off the giant sweet potatoes. That's number 1. Number 2. And number 3. If you remember, number 3 was the longest vine. It dropped all its leaves. It's coming back. And then number 1, our triple, and number 3, these are the slips that we started without roots. The rest of the patch is looking pretty good. Think we're going to have some sweet potatoes. A few of the peppers that we overwintered are doing tremendous. Cantaloupe are flowering. Cucumbers are flowering. They should be starting here pretty quick. Butternut, squash, potatoes. Oh, is that grass? No, it's the second round of corn. And some more butternut squash. It's getting ready to take off. Our 3 sisters has sustained some squash bug damage. We're still getting some pretty good yellow squash out. And those praying mantis, I think, are taking care of a lot of the babies. Well, let's go ahead and see what's going on in our friends and neighbors' gardens. This winter, Scott lost his lotus to the long freeze. As a result, he now has several varieties. Leave a comment down below if you'd like me to try to stop by for a visit so we can look at these more in depth. These are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Scott. Leon's walkabout this week. To quote a couple lines, tomatoes greet the morning sun, cukes galore soon to be. Here we have 2 volunteers. And look at this, not yet knee-high, 5 pods off of 6 plants. You're right, you are wrapping up another great week in the garden. Thanks, Leon. Go to North Carolina and Larry, who harvested 56 peppers off of 4 plants. Larry, your helpers look tuckered out, but your garden looks amazing. Thank you and keep them coming. Now down to Texas, 58 ears of popcorn off of 10 stalks. Rob and Valerie, as always, your garden is stunning. The squash and melons look very tasty. I can't wait to see your peanut harvest. I've never grown peanuts. I want to see how they do. Thank you and keep us updated. Janine is new to this community. Her garden is tucked in amongst trees just like mine is. You got a lot going on there. That is terrific. We look forward to your success. Thank you and welcome. Jeremy's raised beds are filling out nicely. He's getting some pretty good squash off this also. Thank you for the wonderful update. We look forward to seeing how your garden progresses this summer. Aren't those submissions awesome? Let's see what else our friends and neighbors are doing in their garden. I see tassels. Patricia is also a new member to this community. Her raised beds are looking good. Is that horseradish? That's what I'm afraid is going to happen to my garden. And those elderberry bushes look terrific. Thank you and welcome to the community. By the way, say hi to Win. Bruce is starting cashews down in Florida. Cashews. I never even thought about growing cashews. Look at this. His okra is as tall as he is. Looking good, Bruce. Thanks for the update. Johnny wanted us to know he only put in a couple things this year, but I'll bet you get more than you can eat off of those. Your raised beds are looking good. Thank you for the update. Let us know how your harvest goes. Let's take a swing over to Missouri. Take a look at Jim's container garden, which is growing great. Look at those cucumbers. I'll bet you're considering fermenting those. Thank you for your update and let us know what you do. Art's garden got a little bit too much rain and he wasn't happy with his potatoes, so he replanted them with a pineapple patch. Art, the rest of your garden looks tremendous. Thank you and keep us posted. If you'd like to share what's going on at your house, just email me at waylandsmalley5@gmail.com. The link is in the description box below. I guarantee you, all other gardeners would love to see what you're doing at your house. That's where we get our inspiration. I cannot believe I mulched in with a bunch of wheat. Well, just turn it over. Becomes part of the mulch. After all, we may be making bread. Now that you got the string laid, remember to go ahead and trellis them. You got to keep winding them around the string. We had a pretty good batch of thunderstorms roll through last night, and it's rained off and on all morning. It's supposed to continue all afternoon. I'm glad we found a break in the weather and you stopped by for a visit. And I hope to see you again. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.